So my video last night made some of you angry. That's understandable. Adonis Paul is your friend, and you don't want his past to be brought up. Again, I'm not trying to bully anybody. I'm not trying to hurt anybody. I'm not trying to send people over to mess with him. I'm simply trying to show what kind of people are attacking me. Because these attacks have been going on for a long time. They're wearing me down. And they have so much support. Support from my own family, support from everybody else, support from hundreds that want me dead. I wanted to show that at one time, these people who are harassing me didn't have all that much support. Adonis Paul, though he tells people that he's the greatest, he's not. His own friends at one time did not like him very much. He also, at one time, was desperate and begging everybody he knew, basically for spare change, online. And what he was using that money for is none of my business, but it wasn't going towards his child support. And that is upsetting to me. And that is, that's what's bothering more than anything else about that whole thing, because this man had a child, and for 4 years that child suffered because he refused to pay the child support. And it wasn't that he didn't have the money, because that guy said he was giving him exactly what the child support was. So Adonis Paul was simply letting his child suffer just because he didn't want to pay the child support. He had the money. There was no reason that child ever had to go without. But for 4 years he did. She did. I don't know if the child was a girl or a boy, right? Somebody said that in that stream they doxed the child. I didn't watch far enough to see that, right? I'm not interested in doxing any children. But I am interested in the fact that Kathy's best friend, the man that is so sweet and funny and kind and reminds her so much of her own sons, went 4 years while allowing his own child to suffer simply because he didn't want to pay child support. Yeah, I don't want to do it. No. I made the baby, but who cares, right? The mom's a bitch, so the child obviously deserves to go without. It's fucked up. It's extremely messed up. And I know you're going to be in the comments saying, well, you don't understand child support. You just don't understand child support. You're right. There's a lot of things in life that I don't understand. But I very fully understand a child suffering because the father decided to use the child support money he was given for other purposes. Whatever other purposes they were. That child was suffering, and Adonis Paul was online, hopping from stream to stream, begging for money, making fun of people, being a complete dickhead, while his child suffered. It's messed up. It's not the kind of thing that you should support. It's not the kind of thing that you should engage in. It makes me wonder how many children my own family has left to struggle because, Kathy loves Adonis Paul and he's just like her son. So how many of her sons have stopped paying the child support for their children? God knows they have enough. At what point does it become okay to just let the child suffer because you've had enough children, or you've had enough ex-wives, or you've got a problem with your ex, or you simply are addicted to something and don't want to give the money over for the child. Y'all are constantly telling me that I'm a child abuser, right? You accuse me of abusing children because of something that you believe my ex-husband did. You have absolutely no proof there was ever a sexual relationship between those people. But you believe it was, and so you call me a child abuser. Adonis Paul is literally a child neglector. He neglected his child financially to the point that his baby mama took him to court for it. That doesn't just happen. You can get really behind in child support without going to jail. If the mother is pressing it, that means that the child is struggling and suffering and needing that money, because the mother is not going to press it just to press it. It's disgusting. And it's disgusting that people in the comments are standing up for him and saying that it's okay, it was a long time ago and you don't understand. I don't have to understand. Y'all are judging me for something that happened 10 years ago. Y'all are judging me for things that happened when I was 19. Right? So, yeah. I am going to be looking at the stuff that happened to Adonis Paul 2 years ago and putting it out there that this is the kind of person who is harassing and making my life a living hell now. The same kind of man who would have a child and then abandon it and neglect it for years.